Okay, so welcome everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar. So my name is Man Keske. I'm an encourager and ambassador at World Pulse, and I will be your host for today. And I hope naririnig nyo ako loud and clear. Thank you. So ito po ay ang World Pulse Philippines webinar. So we are inviting, no, we partner with women or those speakers who wants to share their knowledge about their advocacy or topic that they are experienced. So we'd like to thank you for those who are going to join the Zoom and also right now yung nagjo-join at nagvo-viewing sa Facebook Live. Thank you so much for your support. And of course, we'd like to invite you, no, to engage. Kung meron kayong questions later, kung meron kayong reflection, meron kayong comments, pwede nyo po yung i-share mamaya. Or we'll try to ask our speaker ngayong gabing ito sa mga katanungan natin kung meron tayong mga gustong itanong. This presentation is a continuation of Mami Ayan's presentation last week, and it's about how to have good mental health for women. Now, what is mental health? So, mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well being, that it affects how we think, how we feel, and how we act. It also determines how we handle stress, how we relate to others, and make choices. And and also, mental health is important at every stage of our life, from childhood and adolescence through adulthood. So later, our speaker will finish yung kanyang presentation, but a short recap is last week Mami Ayens discussed how to find ways to handle stress, what we need to choose, or ano yung kailangan nating food na i-choose for our health, and how what we should do to get active and stay active. Yan yung kanyang pinresent last week. All right. And then later, Mami Ayon will be presenting naman yung how to get good sleep, quit smoking and other substance abuse, seek professional help, and stay connected. All right. Now, let me introduce her. Yan, sa mga bagong manunood or hindi pa nakakakilala kay Mami Ayan, no? Um, Mami Ayan is a twin toddler. Yan, sa mga may babies na twins, meron kayong kambal na anak. Naku, ang cute ng mga yan. So, I hope na I'll also going to have a twin baby. Okay. So, kung meron kayong kambal, type nyo sa comment box, kambal or twins. Yan. So, she is a psychological graduate or psychology graduate, a licensed psychometrician, and a virtual assistant. So, she is our speaker, understand most of your concerns, and because she's familiar from clerical to the more scientific tasks like writing and researching in the field of psychology and mental health. She's also an advocate of mental health awareness, and she wants to remove the stigma related to it. And so she believes she can be of most help to those in a similar field. Later, later after the presentation, we will post yung kanyang social media link para you can connect with her. And if you have questions about mental health, yan, you can actually connect with Mami Ayan. So now hal, let me welcome our beautiful mommy and speaker. Happy International Women's Day, Mommy Ayan or Miss Karen Marie O. Santa Juana. Hello, Mommy Ayan.
Hello, thank you. Happy International Women's Day or Women's Month.
Yeah, that's
All.
yesterday, ano. Kumusta na,
Mm,
Mommy?
ayos naman. Although, meron din paminsan-minsan mga mental health issues na tayong pinagdadaanan, pero yun nga yung i-discuss ko, yun din yung tinatry kong i-practice, i-apply ko sa sarili ko. Hindi ko lang basta siya ituturo. Kumbaga, nandun din ako on a journey to practice these steps or ways on uh, having good mental health. So, isipin na iba, dahil dinidiscuss ko to, mentally healthy na ako or hanggang mentally fit na ako. So, parang kagaya nyo rin, nag-ano din ako, nagsa-struggle pero trying to do some baby steps towards good mental health. So, yun.
Actually, yan yung importante
Yan.
sa atin, no? Kasi minsan sa sobrang busy natin, hindi na natin naiisip na kailangan nating pangalagaan yung ating mental health. Kasi nga, di ba, um, kung halimbawang marami kang anak or meron kang trabaho, the same time pag uwi mo sa bahay, may aalagaan ka pang babies, and then stress ka sa trabaho, tapos stress ka pa sa bahay, sa gawaing bahay, sa pag-aasikaso. So isa 'yan sa mga kailangan nating alagaan, lalo na sa ating mga mommy, sa ating mga single mommies or sa ating mga nanay, auntie. Kasi tayo yung pinaka-busy eh. No? Kahit na sabihin nating may work ka, pero pagdating mo sa bahay, hindi pwedeng hindi ka gagalaw at hindi rin pwede na nakaupo ka na lang. May aasikasuhin ka pa rin talaga. So, importante talaga yung self-care.
Tama. Saka as discussed last week, binabanggit ko yung, di ba nabanggit yung self-care, kailangan may me time, and then ano ba yung mga nabanggit ko? Siyempre, kasama yun sa part yun ng pagmamanage ng stress. So, kailangan yung parang monitor mo din yung sarili mo, may self-check ka, may kung hindi kaya ng parang 30 minutes o kahit nga minsan 5 minutes lang yung pagra-write ng journal. Kung hindi kaya yung everyday, at least man lang set aside a time in a week. Kunwari, a time in a day in a week. Parang ganoon. Kunwari, weekends off. Siyempre, weekend. Pili ka ng oras sa weekend na pwede kang magkaroon ng me time. So yan. And then nabanggit din yung about sa pagkain, choosing healthy foods. So yung mga iwas tayo sa mga sugary foods and then sugary and processed foods, saka fatty foods. And more on, kung fatty foods man yan, more on yung healthy fats gaya ng mga yung nuts, yung may omega-3, fish oil, so yan. And then yung exercise, kailangan more on ina-add natin yung mga physical activities. Sa atin, meron tayo regular exercise, kahit mga yung mga household chores na ginagawa natin na pwede nating as part of our daily exercise na rin. Kasi minsan ang hirap mag-squeeze in sa schedule, di ba? Dahil busy tayong mga, lalo na kung kagaya ko ng mga nanay, busy tayo. So, yung household chores na lang minsan ang ginagawa kong parang nagsuserve sa akin as exercise. Pero yung iba, kung mas maganda kung kaya nila mag-schedule ng at least 30 minutes a day or kung in a week, 3 times a week. Yun.
Yeah.
So,
yun talaga yung kailangan natin, mag-exercise, mag-stretching. Yan, no?
Oo, para lalo na pag, di ba yung work from home, ang tagal na nakaupo sa chair, kailangan, kahit nga yung nasa office din kailangan nag-i-stretching sa upuan, tumatayo-tayo din, lakad-lakad.
Tama. Kaya very timely yung topic natin ngayong itong 2 weeks na to. Timely for the women kasi yung topic natin is pagbibigay ng reminder sa atin, yung paano natin alagayin yung sarili natin, ano yung mga kailangan nating i-maintain, i-sustain para manatili tayong healthy. Kasi mahirap din talaga na meron tayong issue sa ating health. Hindi natin magagawa lahat ng gusto nating gawin, no? If you wanted to go to travel or if you wanted to go in this place, if you are sick, hindi lang yung physical pain yung mararamdaman, at the same time yung financial, no? kung meron kang sakit. Ayan. So, Mami Ayan, excited na kami to listen to your part 2 presentation. And for those who are watching with us right now, if you have questions, comments, please do so. And we'd love to learn from you also. And if you have comments, type nyo lang po yung inyong mga message and questions.
Okay, sige. So, share ko na yung screen to continue yung talk natin.
Okay.
Okay. So, for our continuation, so, nabanggit nga kanina yung managing stress, choosing healthy foods, and staying active or getting active. Now, get good sleep or good night's sleep. So, how does sleep affect or hindi naman kailangan may mental health. Our mental health as women. Sige. So, a night of bad sleep can leave you feeling grumpy or make it difficult to think. Siyempre, pag puyat, di ba, parang nakakainis, parang nagiging moody. So, over time, bad sleep can contribute to serious health problems, including mental health conditions like depression and anxiety. So, malaking contributor pala yung lack of sleep sa mental health conditions or disorders gaya ng depression and anxiety. So, your mind and body are healthier when you sleep well. Your body needs time every day to rest and heal. So, some sleep disorders such as insomnia, sleep apnea, and restless leg syndrome make it harder to fall asleep or stay asleep. So this can lead to daytime sleepiness and make it more difficult to stay in good mental health. So most adults, how much sleep do we need as women? So most adults need between 7 and 9 hours of sleep a night to feel refreshed. Although women who are pregnant may need more and older adults may average less. So depende pa rin yan. Minsan may mga tao na may mga time ako actually 6 hours nga lang okay na. Parang refresh na ako kasi meron ng doktor na nagsabi sa akin, dito, na ang sleep cycle kasi is an average of 1.5 hours or 1.5 hour. So, yung kumbaga, yun yung may stage 1, stage 2, tapos yung REM, yung rapid eye movement. Yun talaga pag crucial kasi yung rapid eye movement na stage na yan, parang kailangan mo makumpleto yan para ma-feel refresh. Tapos parang uulit siya, babalik siya ulit sa stage 1. Pag nagising ka in between sa REM stage, yun na yung parang medyo grumpy ka na. Kaya yung iba, kahit hindi nakukumpleto yung 7 hours to 9 hours na sleep, feeling refresh naman sila kasi nga according nga doon sa doktor na nakausap ko, basta basta natapos yung parang REM stage o yung buong sleep cycle nung nagising ka, refresh ka na daw. So lang din yan, kumbaga as an individual, ikaw din mismo na alam mo sa katawan mo kung parang kumpleto yung tulog mo or not. So, what sleep problems affect women? So, sleep problems that affect women more or differently from men include yung insomnia. So, more women actually ang mas nakaka-affect ng insomnia than men. Tapos, yun din yung minsan common symptom ng depression and anxiety. And then next, yung restless leg syndrome. So, more women than men experience restless leg syndrome. So, usually, pwede mangyari of women of all ages, pero usual siya sa madala siya sa pregnant. Kasi 'di ba, tag dito, Kasi lalo na yung pag nasa third trimester na, di ba, ang bigat na nung baby sa tiyan. So, pag matagal nakatayo or nakaupo, minsan nangangawit yung legs. Tapos sa pagtulog, biglang pinupulikat. Ako, ganyan ang experience ko noon kasi lalo na dalawa yung bit-bit ko sa tiyan. So, mabigat siya for me. And then, also, some medicine used to treat depression can cause restless leg syndrome. So, depression is more likely to affect women compared to men. So, yun. Kaya, parang vice versa siya, no? Pwede kang magka-depression dahil sa kulang sa sleep kasi naapektuhan yung mood. And vice versa nga, yung depression nakaka-affect din sa sleep. Kaya talagang dapat inaalagaan natin ang mental health natin. Then next is sleep apnea. So sleep apnea may be underdiagnosed in women. So ito yung common na yung pag nag-snore na malakas. Snoring is one of the main signs of sleep apnea. So women with sleep apnea may be underdiagnosed because they usually report more general symptoms such as insomnia, anxiety, and nightmares. And then next, so why do women have more sleep problems? So women may be more likely to have sleep problems because women experience hormonal changes during certain times and events that are unique to women. So itong this include yung PMS, yung common na common to premenstrual syndrome and premenstrual dysphoric disorder. So may ibang term pa pala kapag siguro mas malalang version ng PMS ito. So women with PMS commonly report trouble sleeping. Nearly 7 in 10 women with PMDD say that they have problems going to sleep and staying asleep in the days leading up to their period. So ako minsan hindi lang before period minsan yung parang first day or second day ng period ko. Minsan doon pa ako mas nagkaka-insomnia. So ang ginagawa ko, parang I try to catch up na lang dun sa mga days na wala akong walang PMS or walang menstruations. Kasi alam ko naman parang part yun part ng pagiging woman dahil nga sa hormones natin. So parang tinanggap ko na lang din siya para hindi ako na-frustrate sa pag-sleep. And then, ayan, pregnancy, especially in the third trimester. So when women may wake up more often than usual because of discomfort, leg cramps, or needing to use the bathroom. So, di ba pag mabigat na yung tiyan, napupush yung yung pantog natin. So, yun din na nagkukos ng mahirapang makatulog. Kasi minsan, syempre, babangon ka. Pag balik mo, hirap ka nang makatulog. Saka ang bigat na nung baby mo sa tiyan. So, yun din. Parang kailangan mo ng mga pillows para makabawas ng discomfort habang natutulog. So, yun. And then, yung perimenopause. So, yan related din sa hormones natin. So, when hot flashes and night sweats often can disturb sleep. So, also about half of women report problems sleeping after menopause. So, hindi ko alam kung meron tayong listeners na nasa ganung stage na. Hindi ko siya ma-explain. So, if you are watching, you can share your thoughts about this. Kung ano yung na-experience mo during the time na nasa perimenopause ka na, para you can also help us na kung sakaling, siyempre pag dumating kami sa stage na yan, we also know how to deal with it. So can I take an OTC medicine or yung mga sleeping pills to help me sleep? So yes naman, pwede naman, but talk to your doctor first about your sleep problems before using an OTC product or supplements. So your sleep may be a symptom of a different medical problem that needs to be treated. So baka mamaya hindi solusyon talaga yung sleeping pills or yung mga supplements para makatulog ka, baka kailangan i-treat yung underlying condition mo. So also, OTC products are meant for regular or long-term use. So parang maintenance na siya. If you decide to use a sleep medicine, doctors recommend that you read the label and the directions first. Use medicine at the time of the day directed by the doctor. So depende kung ano yung susulat sa reseta ni doc. And do not drive, syempre, or do activities that require you to be alert. Kasi nga, antukin ka, magiging drowsy ka. Always take only the amount your doctor tells you to take. Tell your doctor about your other medicines kasi baka mag-counteract siya or yung medicine mo mag-counteract sa sleeping pills or yun nga, vice versa. And call your doctor right away if you have any problems while using the medicine. Do not drink alcohol or use drugs. And talk to your doctor if you want to stop using the sleep medicine. Some medicines must be stopped gradually. So ano na lang yung pwede mong gawin para hindi ka maging dependent sa sleeping pills at saka mas makatulog ka ng mas maayos. So honestly kasi ako din minsan nagsasuffer din ako ng insomnia. So parang ano na rin to, reminder na rin for me na kailangan kong alagaan yung sarili ko, huwag masyadong magpupuyat. So baka sabihin nyo, expert ako dyan. So ito lang, share ko lang at saka reminder na rin para sa sarili ko. So try to go to sleep when you feel sleepy and then get up at the same time each morning. So kailangan magkaroon ka ng routine para maramdaman ng katawan mo na inaantok ka sa gabi at energized ka sa umaga. Then do not take naps after 3 p.m. if you normally sleep at night. Kasi nga naman mas mahirapan ka na makatulog sa gabi kasi nagkaroon ka ng parang nagkaroon ka ng rest na close sa sleeping time. Do not drink caffeinated or alcoholic drinks or smoke late in the night or in the day or at night. Kasi syempre makaka-disrupt to sa sleep cycle mo. Lalo na yung caffeine. Kasi pag too close, syempre magiging alert ka, lalo kang magigising, hindi ka antukin. And exercise on most days. So yun nga yung just like as we discussed last week saka yung recap kanina, important yung may exercise or may physical activity para kumbaga parang nilalabas mo na yung energy mo during the day para during the night mas masarap ang tulog. Pagod ka na kasi. Then do not eat or drink a lot within about 3 hours of bedtime. 'Di ba pag yung busog na busog ka, yung iba sabi nila masarap daw matulog pag busog. Pero ang mahirap diyan kasi nagdudurog yung tiyan mo nung kinain sa kainunom mo, pinaprocess niya. So nararamdaman ng body mo yun at parang yung brain mo nagsisend ng signal na huwag ka muna matulog kasi may tinatrabaho pa siya sa katawan mo. And then, keep your bedroom dark, quiet, and cool. If the light is a problem, try wearing a sleeping mask. Kasi we have a hormone called melatonin. Itong melatonin to, nire-release lang to kapag during the night. Saka pag madilim yung bedroom. So usually yung iba yung mga pang night shift, ang ginagawa nila para madali sila makatulog, dinidiliman nila yung bedroom. Si husband kasi night shift din siya. So yan, may technique din siya. Nilagyan niya ng pampadilim sa bedroom para madali siyang makatulog kahit hapon or kahit tanghali. And then if noise is a problem, try wearing earplugs, try using a fan or a white noise machine to cover up the sound. So, pang social, no? Pang social yung white noise machine. Pero, earplugs pwede naman siguro or siguro gawa nyo ng paraan na kahit papano medyo ma-soundproof para yung ingay galing sa labas hindi masyadong dinig sa loob ng bedroom. And then, follow a routine. Yun nga sabi ko sa inyo kanina. Kailangan may routine. Pero mag-a-add ka sa routine mo, mag-a-add ka ng something relaxing para mas madaling makatulog. Like reading a book, listening to relaxing music dapat yan. Hindi basta music. Baka mamaya loud music lalong magising ka. So, listening to relaxing music and taking a bath. So, dati nung nagwo-work ako, pag nagkaka-insomnia ako, dahil wala naman kaming aircon sa kwarto, ito ang ginagawa ko para malamigan, feeling cool, kaya mas masarap ang tulog. Maliligo muna, shower saglit, mabilisan lang, para lang ma-refresh ng konti. And if you cannot sleep within 20 minutes of going to bed, or don't feel drowsy, get out of bed. Read or do a quiet activity nga, kagaya nung mentioned earlier, until you feel asleep. Then try going back to bed. So, kasi minsan, di ba pag hindi tayo makatulog, nakaka-frustrate. Tapos yung frustration na yun pa ang nakaka-add para lalo tayong hindi makatulog. So, mas maganda if yung kapag naramdaman mo na masyado ka ng matagal sa bed, hindi ka pa rin nakakatulog, bumangon ka. Baka kailangan mong gumawa ng relaxing activity para, or kung meron ka mang iniisip, kailangan mong i-release yan. Pwede ka mag-write ng journal para ma-release mo yung kung ano man yung naiisip mo o parang inaalala mo. So siguro after mong ma-release yan, baka pag balik mo ng bed, madali ka na makatulog. Or ako, nag-a-add ako minsan ng hindi ako makatulog, nag-o-open ko ng diffuser para pamparelax. Yung lalo na lavender or chamomile. Or drink chamomile tea para maka-add sa relaxation at makatulog. And do not do anything in your bed. Sometimes guilty din ako. That could make you more awake. So using a mobile phone, watching TV, or eating in bed can make it harder for you to sleep in bed. Kasi yung light na iniimit, ayan, do not look at the lighted screens like a laptop or smartphone before bed. Yung light na iniimit kasi ng mga laptops, ng mga gadgets, parang din yan parang nakaka-disrupt sa flow nung yung gaya ko kanina na hormone na melatonin. So dahil may liwanag, hindi masyadong nagre-release ng melatonin para makatulog. And then see your doctor or a sleep specialist if you think that you have a sleep problem. So baka kunwari ginawa mo na lahat itong steps na to, wala talaga, hindi nag-work. Baka may problema talaga, you must see a doctor para matingnan kung ano yung condition mo, kung bakit hindi ka makatulog. So, how can you improve your, kung may newborn ka naman, how can you improve your sleep with the new baby? Kasi di ba pag may new baby, ang baby kasi, pag sanay yan nung nasa tiyan pa sila, nung mami, sanay sila yung parang nasisway-sway lang sila doon sa tiyan ni mami. Kaya nung lumabas sila sa mundo, sa earth, nanibago sila, maliwanag, tapos hindi na sila laging nasisway. So, hindi pa nila makuha yung routine outside the tummy of their moms. So, ano pa talaga yan? Pagising-gising. Minsan, may mga time na oras-oras gumigising. Kasi lalo na nagugutom din. Ang tummy nila very small. Hindi kaya yung maramihang milk or breastfeed sa tummy nila. So, ang nangyayari, minsan talagang mayat kaya sila nagigising para magdede. So, ano yung pwede mong, as a new mom, ano yung pwede mong gawin para mas makakatulog ka ng maayos? So, having a baby can make it a challenge to get enough sleep. It can take babies weeks or months to adjust to a sleeping routine or to start sleeping through the night. So, also changing hormone levels after giving birth can disrupt your sleep for a time. So for some women, severe swings in hormone levels and after pregnancy may cause a mental health condition called postpartum depression. So yung postpartum din, yun din yung nakaka-cause ng trouble of sleeping. So have a new baby, here are some ways to get more rest or get help and avoid postpartum depression. So sleep when the baby is sleeping. Alam ko medyo marami na nagsasabi niyan, lalo na yung experience ko before, twins yung sa akin. It's hard talaga na to sleep when the baby is sleeping. Pero sa gabi talagang ang technique ko diyan nung nung bago pa lang sila, nung newborn pa lang sila. Maaga kaming mag-start matulog. Siguro mag-start na yung bedtime routine mga 7 or 8 p.m. Tapos 9, na kami sa bed para kahit magising-gising or kahit hindi ka agad ako makatulog, at least pwede ako magtagal sa bed. Sabihin natin kahit 12 hours ako sa bed. Kasi isipin mo yung oras na yung pagising-gising, parang imposible na maabot ko yung, minsan parang imposibleng maabot yung at least 7 hours or 6 hours man lang. So, kailangan agahan ko na lang yung higa namin sa bed para kahit magising-gising, yung total ng sleep ko, kahit papano, at least maka 6 hours man lang. So, doable naman siya, basta yun nga, early to bed ka lang talaga. Kahit na kailangan medyo late ka gumising kasi nga isipin mo na lang yung mga anak mo dito yung nagpapahirap sa iyo para makabawi ng tulog. Pero pag talaga nakuha na nila yung routine ng sleep, makakabawi ka din. So don't try to do too much or do everything by yourself. Ask your partner, family, and friends or a caregiver for help. So, minsan talagang ang hirap na solohin mo yung responsibility. Maganda yung may kasama ka sa bahay na kahit papano may tutulong sa'yo para mag-alaga. Kahit hindi, not necessarily sa night, kahit yung during the day, may may kahalili ka or may tumutulong man lang sa'yo or parang kahit paano yung mas focus ka sa pag-aalaga ng bata tapos sa gawaing bahay, may ibang gagawa for you para hindi ka mahirapan sa lahat ng responsibility mo as a mommy, as a new mom. Then talk with other mothers or so that you can learn from their experiences and then join a support group for new mothers. So like me, I joined yung BFP, yung Breastfeeding Pinays. Yun muna yung ginoin ko before ako manganak. Kasi I want to learn yung tandem feeding for the twins. And then later on, naka-join din ako doon sa group na pang twin mothers talaga. Yun talaga, tumambay ako doon sa group na yun kasi naghahanap din ako ng emotional support, yung parang karamay mo na parehas ng pinagdadaanan. And then syempre yung tips nila on how to take care the twins, lalo na yung newborn. And consider working from home, working part-time or freelance, or doing an online business instead so that you can have more time to take care of your child or children and yourself. So, yung iba kasi ang hirap nga naman pag full-time tapos pag uwi mo may aalagaan ka pang bata or mag-aayos ka pa sa bahay. So, why not consider kahit for the meantime lang na newborn pa yung baby, consider working from home, hanap ka ng online freelancing jobs or online jobs, or kahit magbenta online para kahit yung pwede kang kumita ng pera kahit nasa bahay ka lang at nag-aalaga ng bata, di ba? And then, ayan. So, done na tayo sa sleeping. Now, very quick na lang to. Quit smoking and other substance abuse. So, yun. Smoking and using drugs and alcohol may help you cope at the moment. So, short-term lang ang effect niya. But in the long run, it can they can hurt your mental health and physical health too. So, seek professional help to guide you better in quitting smoking and other substance abuse. So, wala ako masyadong tips dito, but to na talaga. Kasi, I'm not an expert in rehabilitation and in therapy. So, mas maganda kung talagang magsisik ka ng help para mag-guide ka nila better in your rehabilitation process or yung sa quitting of smoke. Kasi 'di ba minsan pag binigla natin 'yan, may withdrawal symptoms. So mas maganda kung magsisik ka ng professional help para maiwasan din yung or parang dahan-dahan mong mararamdaman yung withdrawal symptoms, or minsan nga kahit hindi mo na halos maramdaman kasi nga may guidance ka ng professional help or ng professional. And then yun nga. So nabanggit yung professional help. So seek professional help. So reach out when you need help. Go to a mental health professional if you need professional support. So minsan ayaw nating mag-seek ng help dahil budget yung problema. So meron namang mga organizations, institutions, or hospitals na nag-o-offer ng free online psychological services. So ito yung link. Later, ibibigay yung link nito kung saan kayo makakita ang listahan nung nag-o-offer ng free online psychological services. So, bakit nga ba natin kailangan mag-seek ng professional help in the first place? So ito muna. Ito kasi yung common assessment tools. Observation, interview, checklist, questionnaires, and psychological tests. Kasi kung non-professional ang titingin sa'yo, kunwari kaibigan mo lang, hihingi ka lang ng advice or ng tulong from them or family mo, ito kasi mga to, may parang scientific method sila or parang may training sila or may process sila kung paano nila ginagawa yan. So, hindi basta-basta siya ginagawa ng non-professionals. So, mas maganda if you seek help para mas matulungan kayo. So, although ito yung common tools, there's no one test or assessment tool that can diagnose a mental health condition. So, kailangan talaga combination ng mga ito ang gagawin ng mga professionals para mas accurate yung mabibigay nilang results sa inyo. Or yung assessment sa inyo. At mas a-address nila ng maayos yung condition nyo, mental health condition. So, ano yung advantages of seeking professional help? So, ito na. So, bakit nga naman tayo magsisik pa ng professional help kung pwede naman sa mga sa mga kaibigan lang, sa mga family. So, una, ito, based on my own definition na to. So, someone is listening to you without any judgment. Kasi, syempre, parang nasa oath din nila yan na kailangan hindi ka nila huhusgahan, makikinig lang sila. And then, someone is also giving you suggestions from a different perspective without biases. So, syempre, labas sila sa personal mong buhay. Kung ano man yung pinagdadaanan mo, makakapagbigay sila ng suggestion na wala silang kinakampihan. Hindi ka nila kinakampihan. Hindi nila kinakampihan yung kaaway mo, yung boss mo, o yung pinakakinaiinisan mo, o kung kunwari nainis ka sa asawa mo, hindi nila kinakampihan yun. Nakikita nila lahat, kumbaga, dahil iba yung perspective nila, nakikita na nila lahat ng sides. Mas nakikita nila lahat ng sides ng ng point of view. Kahit hindi nila narinig yung point of view ng ibang tao. So, mas maganda yung naibibigay nilang suggestions or tips para sa'yo. And he or she uses the methods mentioned above nga so that his or her diagnosis is more accurate than with non-professionals. So, yun nga yung diniscuss kanina. And lastly, whatever you share with him or her is highly confidential. So, isa din yan sa as professional yung oath na tinake nila, pinramis nila na hindi dapat maging parang ipagkakalat yung kung ano yung condition mo. Pwede nilang kung talagang kailangan ng help ng family mo, pwede nilang kausapin pero may may process din sila kung paano nila kakausapin. Hindi yung sasabihin nila, yung anak mo may depression, hindi ganon. O yung asawa mo may depression. So, napapractice pa rin yung confidentiality na yan na yung concerned citizen lang or yung concerned family lang ang kausap. Tapos, di-discuss kung ano yung mga problems and all. And then, pero yung confidentiality na yan, pwedeng ma-break yan unless yun nga, pag may danger or threat to someone else or your own life. So yun. Pero in general, highly confidential yan. Kaya yung iba yung lumalabas sa news kapag yung mga politicians tumatakbo, biglang may lumalabas na report na may psychological disorder daw. Huwag kayong maniniwala kasi ang professional ng mga psychologists, oath nila yan confidentiality. Hindi nila ilalabas yung report na yan ng basta-basta. Lalo na kung hindi informed yung mismong patient or yung client nila. So yun. And lastly, ito na pala yung pinaka-last, stay connected. So building a network of supportive friends and family online and offline can help you stay in good mental health, have fun, and feel connected. Call or message your friends and families who live far from you and join online support groups such as yung group na ito, yung World Pulse PH, to have positive vibes and keep you motivated and inspired. So, ito na yung parting words ko. So, mental health is not a destination but a process. It's about how you drive, not where you're going. So, as discussed last week, continue siya kasi minsan kaya siya process, continue siya minsan pag natigil mo yung mga steps na na-mention ko or yung iba pang possible steps, ang mangyayari, mawawala din yung parang mawawala ng saysay, babalik at babalik ka rin dun sa hindi kagandahang mental health condition. So yun, it's how you drive. Nasa sayo yan kung paano mo siya gagawin. Hindi siya kung saan ka patungo. So yun. End.
Ayan, thank you. Ayan. So, i-welcome natin si Sis Rogin. Nandito ka ba sa Zoom? Parang nawala siya sa Zoom. Okay. Ayan. So, maraming salamat, Mami Ayen, sa presentation at sa advice. Gusto ko lang i-acknowledge yung mga nanonood. Ayan, si good evening, Ma'am Janavi, si Herbs Joms Rosales, Carlina Hortaleza, Maria Leonora Gonzaga, Jen Sikem Sham, and then nakita ko rin dito si Valeria Barbosa. We're very sorry, we're speaking Tagalog. Valeria Barbosa is from Brazil. Ayan. And then si Sir I don't know if Sir or Ma'am Jana Villano at saka si Chikoy Karunungan. Yan. Salamat po for joining us, and yung hindi ko po na-mention at hindi ko nakita sa Facebook, please send your comments. And then meron ditong mga notes, no? Si Sis Rogin, our World Pulse PH moderator, sabi niya, hindi po ba mapapasma yung katawan natin kapag naligo sa gabi?
Siguro kung yun ang concern, mas maganda siguro yung lukewarm water, ipaligo. Entirely hot. Kasi baka naman mapaso, no?
Mapasok ka.
Yung
Maligamgam.
Oo, lukewarm water lang para, or basta mawala yung cold para hindi mapasma. Saka, kung hindi mo naman siya siguro aaraw-arawin, yung siguro kung kailan mo lang siya
Kailangan. Yung time lang na yun. Okay, sabi niya
kasi
pa.
ayun nga, ang nagagawa kasi ng taking a bath, parang nakaka-refresh, nakaka-cool down ng katawan. So, pag yung lalo na pag yung stress sa work.
O tapos maghapon kang pinagpawisan, di ba?
Oo, pag
galing ka sa labas, sumakay ka ng jeep, tumawid ka sa footbridge, sumakay ka ng tricycle, alam mo yun, pawis na pawis ka.
Saka yung concept na na-wash out yung body mo, parang pati yung stress minsan na-wash out eh. So, malaking tulong pa rin siya. So, para lang ma-avoid yung pagkapasma, na lang, lukewarm water na lang para hindi mabigla. Or, hindi rin naman siguro mag-rest ka ng mga ilang minuto bago maligo para kahit papano, yun nga, nakapag-rest naman.
Another thing, sabi niya dito, meron pa siyang binanggit, nakakatulong po ba ang pag-inom ng Sunmig Light para makatulog? Yan, sabi ni Sis Ro.
Actually, parang lang siya temporary lang ang effect ng mga alcoholic drinks. Yung long term effect niya actually mas nakaka ng sleep cycle. Kasi may tinatawag tayong circadian rhythm. Yung mga uppers, yung mga stimulants, yung kagaya ng mga caffeinated drinks, saka yung downers, yung mga yung mga alcoholic drinks. parang lalo niyang sinisira kasi nga syempre up, down, up, down. Eh di parang naguguluhan yung body natin kung kung ano, kung ang tawag dito, kung paano siya magko-cope dun sa binibigay niyang sa body natin ng mga inumin na yon. So, kung siguro talagang kailangan yung uminom kasi minsan social drinking, okay lang. Wag lang maging habit na parang gagawin mo na siyang sleeping pills,
Yeah.
pampatulog. So ano lang siya, maganda lang siya for occasional drinking lang talaga.
Mhm. Salamat. Ako ang isang magandang tips is, 'wag mong dalhin yung cellphone mo sa bed and make sure to turn it off para alam mo yun, hindi ka ma-tempt to check your cellphone. Tapos once you check it, yung makita mo na yung light, nawala na yung antok mo kasi na-check mo or minsan, turn it off or put it in a airplane mode para hindi mo marinig kung may message man na dumadating. Ako, usually ang ginagawa ko, 'pag nasa bed na ako, naka-airplane mode na yung aking cellphone para hindi ko masagap yung, radiation ng cellphone, or puwedeng ilayo mo siya sa bed. Ilayo talaga siya, ganyan. Para hindi ka ma-tempt to check it, 'yan. Kasi very important na meron tayong complete, sleep na kung puwede 7 to 8 hours. Minsan nga yung body clock natin, 'pag nasanay na siyang gumising ng 7, gigising talaga na siya ng 7, 'di ba? Pero, kung habit mo talaga na at pagpasok ng 10 o'clock nasa higaan ka na, ready to sleep ka na, 'yan matutulog ka na. Ayan, so maraming salamat dun sa mga nagtanong. I-welcome din natin si Sir sino pa? Ayan, may pumasok kanina hindi ko na ayan, si Sir K.O. Olivar. Yan, good evening. Good evening
Ay,
po for
ano
watching.
yan, sister ko yan. Hindi
Okay.
siya sir.
Hi, ma'am. Yan. Hi, Ma'am K.O. Olivar.
Mm.
Thank you for watching and supporting Mommy Ayen.
Nasa siya ngayon nasa Indonesia.
Ayan, wow.
Ay, Indonesia tuloy, sorry. Vietnam pala.
Sa Vietnam. Yan, maraming salamat for joining us. Ayan, kung meron pa po, mag-extend lang po tayo ng konting time sa mga gusto pa pong magtanong, gusto niyo pa pong mag-ask ng question, please type your message or kung meron po kayong mga tips, mga comments kung paano niyo iniingatan or how do you take care of your self-care, please type it on the comment box. And yung pong link ng free online course. I-request po natin si Sis Rogin to post it sa comment box para po mapuntahan po ninyo yung link. And then, while waiting for that, for those who don't know or hindi pa po kilala ang World Pulse Philippines, we'd like to share you something, no? Since today naman po is International Women's Month or Day, meron po kaming isang Whirlpool's member. She is a advisor, Whirlpool's advisor. Meron po siyang kinandak na interview sa mga top top 10 encourager. Ayan. Papakita po namin sa inyo yung kanyang teaser and then we'll send you the link para po makita po ninyo yung kanyang mga i-interview. She is our Whirlpool's ambassador as well. Siya po yung nag-i-encourage sa mga women to share their stories, no? Ma-inspire sila, ma-encourage sila. So we'll share it to you po para mapanood po natin.
Hello, radiant people! To commemorate International Women's Day this March, I will be featuring 5 of Whirlpool's top 10 most active encouragers. They are also Whirlpool's ambassadors. Get to know their inspiring stories and what motivates them to encourage and uplift women and girls. They are CEOs, certified encouragers online. So watch out for this interview series this March as we celebrate women.
To connect with Mami Ayen, pwede po, we will post po yung kanyang mga social media link. May mga questions po kayo at meron ko kayong gustong malaman or kung gusto nyo pong makipag-collaborate sa kanya, you can actually connect with her. Okay, so we'd like also to invite you. Meron po kaming announcement for this coming week. We'd like to invite you sa mga hindi pa po kilala ang World Pulse. Yan. So, lagi ko kasi siyang nababanggit, ano? Lagi ko siyang nababanggit na about World Pulse. Yan. So, ito po yung World Pulse platform. Dito nyo po makikita yung mga stories of women around the world. Yan ay nasa ibang bansa. Like, for example, this is Karen. Meron po siyang shinare na stories about International Women's Celebration. And these are the members of World Pulse. Ayan, meron pong galing sa India, meron pong galing sa Chile, the same Philippines. Ayan. So, kung gusto niyo pong mag-member, free lang po yung membership. At kung gusto nyo pong mabasa yung mga stories nila, makikita nyo po yan dito sa World Pulse platform. Yan, different women. Ayan. So, nagpo-form po kami ng group for those vloggers. Yan. Kung meron po kayong YouTube channel, meron po kaming darating na launching this coming March 16. We will be launching a group of YouTuber group. Ito po yung ito po yung aming daily content. Okay, so Mommy Ayen, please invite po yung ating mga viewers kung meron kang mga online activities or ano yung iyong mga social link. I'll be sending now yung social link dito sa comment box.
So, right now, I'm a freelance writer and social media manager for mental health professionals and life coaches. So my page is Psycho VA by Karen SJ. I have yung Facebook, Instagram, saka WordPress for this business or freelance online freelancing. When it comes naman sa online business naman, meron akong Shopee and Facebook page for CK2 store naman where I sell baby sandals, socks, and may mga konting eco-friendly products like reusable utensils and metal straws. So, yun nga, CK2 store ang name and nag-add na rin pala ako ng page ng products like human nature products. So, dun din sa page, meron akong link for may online dealer shop ako. So, yun. Nandun na lang din siya sa Facebook page. And, ano pa ba? Yung personal blog ko, which is Psycho Twin Mom. This is a blog page where I share yung journey ko as a twin mom, yung mga funny moments and inspiring moments as a mom of twins. Saka yung As a mom in general na rin, kung ano yung mga experiences ko. So, yun. So, meron siyang Facebook, Instagram, and WordPress din.
Yan. Thank you, Mommy Ayen. I actually posted na sa comment box yung link ng social media ni Mommy Ayen. So, for those who'd like to connect or collaborate kay Mommy Ayen, nandyan po yung link, link ng social media ni Mommy Ayen. The same time, naka-post na rin po dyan, nandyan po yung link ng mga free online course na pwede nyo pong
Free psychological services. Pag
Oh,
kunwari, gusto nila mag-seek ng professional help pero budget yung problem,
okay.
sila pwedeng pumunta.
Yan. And then, doon po sa mga gustong mag-join ng Call for Stories sa World Pulse, nandyan din po yung link. You can actually submit your story if you have a story. And next week po yung YouTuber group launching March 16. That would be at around 10 p.m. Manila time. And next week, we will also have our speaker, Mami Josie Ortiz. She will be discussing the power of relationships. It's gonna be 12 noon 8 p.m. Yan, 8 p.m. ng gabi Manila time. Yan. So, for those who would like to watch the recorded video, you may visit World Pulse Philippines page. You can also join our Facebook group for updates and stories at World Pulse Philippines. So ito po ay recorded webinar. You can watch it anytime when you are free to World Post Philippine page or in YouTube. Ayan. So thank you so much, Mami Ayen. Thank you so much sa 2 araw or 2 weeks na preparation and presentation. We really appreciate you. And ako, ang takeaway ko ngayon is I really need to exercise and watch my diet. Yan. Para sa ating lahat, napaka-importante yung ang mental health natin, yung mental health. Huwag nating isipin na pag sinabing mental health, baliw ka na. Hindi po. Mental health is yung healthy thoughts natin, yung ating physical, yung ating emotional, yung po ang kabuuan yan. So, dapat po natin tong pag-iingatan, especially yung getting enough sleep, yung paghingi natin ng tulong sa others, getting physically active, staying positive, connecting with others, yung developing yung coping skills natin. And if kailangan na talaga, you can actually get professional help if you really need it. But most importantly is yung connection natin sa ating family. Ayan. So, thank you so much for watching us and we hope to see you next week for our next webinar. Thank you, Mommy Ayen. We appreciate you. We care for you. We support you. And till next time na sana meron ka ulit presentation, contact me para we will learn together and we will learn from you.
Thank you din for this opportunity to share yung knowledge ko. Kahit na actually to be honest hindi ako sanay na nagtutok ng may presentation, more on yung casual interview, pero lang yung mga personal, more on sa personal life mga ganun.
Yeah.
Pero good experience. Parang ito yung parang first time na meron na talagang presentation at talagang kailangan may alam ka sa topic. So, another added experience for me.
Yes. Yeah.
Tapos dalawang round.
Correct, di ba? Nakakatawa. Ayan. Alright, so we'd like to thank you everyone. Maraming salamat po for watching us and we hope to see you next week.